When it comes to designing a chatbot, there are a few elements we've also always taken as part and parcel of the chatbot. And the most frustrating and laborious part of designing and writing a chatbot is the state machine, also referred to as the dialog flow or the conversational chart, the conversational nodes, and then you have parent nodes, child nodes, nested nodes, folders. And really what we want to do is look at the deprecation of the state machine within a chatbot. So a chatbot intents are the different intentions the user might utter. So the chatbot needs to really detect what the intent of the user is. So in essence, a chatbot is really a intent detector. Within those intents, we have entities. There can be one or more entities within an intent. Entities are things like email addresses, phone numbers, names, surnames, names of cities, countries, and the like. And then we have our dialog, also referred to as the state machine or the dialog flow that needs to be mapped out and managed. And that's really the most frustrating part of writing a chatbot. And it's really a decision tree that's created. And at the intersection of these elements lives the chatbot. So what if we can use TensorFlow to create a conversational model, making use of supervised learning, and really deprecate the flowcharts, state machines, dialog flows, nodes, folders, whatever you want to call it, and really just focus on the intents and the entities and the API integration, and not having to manually map out and code out the state machine. So we can look at a situation where we have intents, where we define our intents, where we define entities, and then making use of supervised learning on top of the TensorFlow platform to create a cognitive model via machine learning, which then supersedes the old method of a state machine or a decision tree. So this is just a quick example of a chatbot I wrote which interface to Slack, where you can ask the weather for different cities and it returns the weather conditions. And this approach is also really convenient if you want to keep your data sovereign. So in some countries and some companies have really strict protection of private information. So if you are apprehensive of sending your data into the cloud, you can run your chatbot locally or in a local data center and keep control of your data. So I'll be following up with quite a few tutorials where we'll do a deep dive into creating these cognitive models for chatbots by machine learning.